Hello, so I am doing a Sudoku Adventure settings series, not just setters from Sudoku Adventure, but from SudokuCon. So here we are at SudokuCon, and I have roped in a bunch of setters to help me make content. So here we are with Rockratzero.
Rockratzero.
And yeah, why don't you tell us about yourself?
I set variant Sudoku and hybrid Sudoku pencil puzzles, and am a pretty frequent contributor to the Adventure series.
Yeah, how many puzzles do you think you've set for Adventure?
Right at about 80.
Yeah, so just like a small contributor,
only one
80.
out of every 10 puzzles or something.
Yeah, something around there. Anyway, I will let you take the wheel for how you like to set. You're using Sudoku Maker today,
Yep,
which
I'm
is...
using Sudoku Maker. I set a lot of times with some kind of like just artistic concept in mind. Kind of a lot of times I start with just drawing in the grid, and I kind of have an idea that is based on the conference hotel that we're in. We have a hotel that has no second floor.
Yeah, it's strange. The lobby is the second floor.
Yeah, it's 1L34.
Yeah.
So
the ground is sloped.
yeah, so I
Put hockey sticks in it.
yeah. So I thought I'd make something that was a little bit like themed like elevator buttons. So I had this idea to use German whispers and Rinbahn, and I'm gonna call the puzzle like which floor, but then I'm gonna take that and translate it to a language that you can't pronounce. So that when you which
Yes,
is what I usually do on Adventure
I very
series.
much appreciate that you pick some random language for me to have to look up how to pronounce that so I can introduce the puzzle.
And I don't have to pronounce it, so I just switch it to another language to see what you do with it most of the time. It gives me great joy. But so I thought this would be a pretty interesting start. And what I want to do here, I thought this would be pretty good start because I want to force something onto this relatively long piece of German whisper line here. And whenever I draw something, the first thing I always do is check and make sure that my silly little drawing has not immediately broken the puzzle.
Yeah, so it says solution's not unique, which means it's not done.
It's not
but
done.
It does mean there are solutions, which is what we're looking for.
Solutions.
Yeah.
So I want to make this really pretty approachable for Adventure series. So I'm going to add actually given digits to give us some information here.
Ooh, controversial.
Yeah, well, it's going to be, we're going to do, I'm thinking I want to, if I put like a high digit down here, then that's going to do something up here. If I put like a, I think I want to put 6.
And so that's going to force a 4 to be somewhere on this line, which is restricted.
Yeah, it's going to be a 4 somewhere on this line.
In fact, we know exactly where the 4 is going to go.
Yeah, the 4 can't. So if we put a 6 here, we've got to have 2 high digits here, a 4 and a 5. And we can't put the 4 anywhere here or here because 4 can only be next to 1. So if we put it there, that's going to have 1 on both sides, and that's going to break it. So we have to put it down here, right?
Yep.
And then that's going to
Force the 1.
force the 1.
Force the 5.
Force the 5. And we can't put a 3 here either. So it's going to force this whole thing and give a very quick start, if I did that right. Yeah.
So do you generally like to hand solve and just like use the checker to be like, let's make sure I haven't broken the puzzle? Or...
I like to, especially with something where I'm trying to do like the adventure.
It's broken.
Did I break it?
Yeah, it's broken.
You can't fill box 1.
Box 1.
What it?
It's going to go next to the 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, the
okay.
2.
That won't work.
It would have to be a 1 there. Yeah.
It'd have to be a 1 there. So that idea is not going to work. But the idea of so we're going to try to do something else. But this is the kind of idea I want to do is force something up to here. So let's change that idea. So we're going to force something like.
So we know that that top cell must be a 1 or a 6, right?
Yeah. So.
Automatically, you should include 1, 3, and 4.
Let's put a 3 down here. 3 would force a 1 and 2 onto here. I think that'll work. But would that work? If we put a 3 down here, that's going to force 1 and 2 onto here.
Yep.
And we, yeah, we'll still have to put 5, 6, 1, 2, 6, 1. Here, I'm going to do this.
There you go.
So this is giving us all the possible solutions, which is a little bit of a crutch when you get stuck. Now it forces a 4 down here. I don't know if I like this or not.
I think 3 and 4 are always forced down there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3 and 4 always forced down there. So we can't put 4. We could put 4.
Maybe pull the arrow down one.
It's not as pretty.
No, I don't think we're going to pull the arrow down 1.
But that would give you more freedom on the digits if we go.
1, 2. I want to put this, yeah, I'm going to put this 3 here. And I'm going to put a 6 here.
Still have to have the extreme.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to put 6 up here. This has got to have a 3, 4 on it. And this is how I do it. It's not very interesting, maybe sometimes. They stare
Well,
at the
I
grid.
think it's interesting for people to see like that. Your process involves like drawing something and trying to figure out the implications, almost like you're solving a partial puzzle.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of times when you set, you want to think what can I do with this with these clues that we've got in here, and then at some point you get stuck and you have to add some more clues, or you don't get stuck and the whole thing solves and then you're done.
Maybe it would help to color because coloring is always nice.
Coloring's always good.
Because I think that's something someone would do when solving it.
Yeah,
Right?
and so what this reveals, of course, is that we've got this sort of roped, all the highs or all the lows are here, and the same thing over here.
Yeah.
So,
Are you treating the random bound area as 2 separate lines?
am I treating this as 2 separate lines? So I'm treating this as all one line.
So then why are
Actually
the
get
3
a
and 4
digit,
can?
don't you? Because of
One,
where
two,
the
three,
high
four.
digits go compared to the Renban arrow, you can actually get a 6 where it goes on the Renban arrow, and that gives you the 6 in box 5, right? Or no, am I just not seeing that right?
We have to have everything on here.
I'm sorry.
6, I don't think so.
So why did you mark 3, 4 on the vertical?
Yeah.
Oh, because I'm not thinking.
Yeah. So that just needs one of each digit.
That just needs one of each digit, yeah.
So it's an extra region arrow.
Extra region area, yes.
We do get marking in box 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like this. This looks like this.
Oh, so you know it's 1, 6, right? From the Renban, so it goes there. How does it work?
6, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3. We have to have a 1 and a 2 on here. And
So what's interesting to me is that this actually forces the 2 ends of this arrow, one to be blue, one to be yellow. I wonder if that can be used in some way.
How is it doing that?
because
Top 2.
The arrow needs every
the arrow
digit.
needs every digit.
So the extra 2 in
So
the column
extra 2,
go on the wings.
these two go here.
Oh, right, yeah, okay, of course.
So
I mean, if you allow extra lines, 2 cell line in row 5 could be interesting. A red line.
In box 4, 5.
6, 5.
In box 5, row 5. Like a 2 cell ram button here. Because it can't be. Oh no, wait, it could be. No, sorry.
It could be. That could be a number of different things.
No, I made a mistake. No.
Okay, that's fine. So, what do I know? Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. 1, 2, 1, 2. So if we put a 4 on here, it's either here or here, right? We know that a 4 has to be either there or there.
Someone mentioned 4 was always forced into.
Yellow in row 3 can't be row 6. So it's always 2, 5.
Always 2, 5.
Yeah, you have a yellow 1, 6 already.
Yeah.
Or least restricted digits.
Yeah.
Because you've removed 3 and 6 from that.
Yeah.
So.
2, 5, 4.
And
So
is the blue cell? The blue cell's not necessarily the same. It could be
could be
2, 5, or it could be 1, but it can't be 6.
can't be yeah. So maybe
Okay, so then that can't be 4. So you can place a 4.
yeah, that can't be 4. Absolutely. Yes. Okay. That can't be 4. So that can't be. So there's a 6 here.
So there's an interesting deduction going on in my head, which is since we've placed that 4 there, it removes 4 from the wings, which
Yeah.
then removes 4 from these 2 cells
Those
up
2
here.
cells.
So it's a weird deduction to say, well, those can't be 4, so we get something out of that. But
So it means the 4 is in one of those.
yeah,
I'm not sure how to mark that.
yeah.
Maybe we should force something off of this ren band in the same way that we've done over here and just put something up there.
Yeah.
If we put a digit here, then it's going to go there, right? And it feels like we need more clues anyway, right?
Yeah.
So let's put a 2 up there or a 6 or something. Oh, well, there's a 1, 6 there, which we've already figured out. So let's put a 6 up there and just
Just give away the 1.
Just
Yeah.
you got to and just give away the 1, and it's really gonna do what I kind of wanted to do from the beginning, which is get this thing moving quick, right?
Yeah.
So that's a 1, 2. There's your 6. There's your 5, and then we really got movement here, right? So now we've got our 4, 5, our 1, 2, 3, all this. Okay.
Which gets us some.
Which gets the 6 down. We've got some 6s here.
So then the 6 in column 3 is placed.
Yes, right there. And what else can we do? What else is here? It's a 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put our 4, 5 in here. And I think we need something else. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to add something else to the grid.
Okay.
Because I noticed this 4 here, and I think if I do something silly like that, and which I think gives me some theming here. This is a diagonal, so we're going to exclude things on the diagonal. So this 4 is going to set the 4, 5. Oops, that's not where I wanted to click. Now.
And you need your 6 and box on the diagonal and box.
Yeah, we need the 6. This 6 and that 6 means that's a 6.
Might want to make sure there's still solutions.
Oh
at
yeah,
this
let's
point.
click it.
And it's unique.
And it's unique.
So you are done.
So I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, once
That's how you know that you're done with puzzles.
No,
The
Ranks. We
computer
need to make
says you-
sure that this thing is not.
Spoilers.
We need to make sure that this thing is not totally garbage, right?
Right, absolutely.
So, I mean, what you can do is push this button right here, and it'll just solve, right?
Oh,
But
interesting.
see,
It doesn't.
this button will do based on the logic that's built into Sudoku Maker. You can kind of get a feeling: is this maybe going to be humanable based on what it knows about the computer logic? I don't want to totally rely on that when I'm setting, but it can give you an idea of like, am I really done? I've got a unique solution, but am I really? And this thing gives us some digits, but it says there's no logical steps found. Now that either means the computer doesn't know the logic, but I've used standard constraints, so it should be able to know all that logic. Because it can't find any logical steps, I'm probably not done.
And so the interesting thing to do here is what is the step that it isn't seeing?
Yeah,
Or go from here and just add a clue, even though it's unique, just add a clue to make it easier to get past this part.
yeah. And I think that because I've already, here's where we were before we let it give us some logic. I kind of like symmetry, so let's just put a clue right here.
Put a 3 there.
I'm going to put a 1 there, I think.
Well, you have to put whatever the digit
Yeah,
is
yeah,
in
yeah.
the solution there.
Oh yeah, that would be right, which is the one. A one. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Because
You knew.
I knew. So I'm going to put a 1 there.
Well, we said we were gonna have all
Yeah, okay. So
That places the one in there.
That places-
Where are you selecting?
yeah, right? Does it?
No, it's placed.
Yeah, places it there. Yeah. 1. Oops. Gets rid of the 1 there. Now we've got a 2, 3 pair on the diagonal, but that means that that's the 2. That's the 3. That 1 gives a bunch of digits. So this surely,
Yeah, I think
is going to do it now, right?
I think it's going to solve from here for sure.
Yeah. Oops.
But you can just hit that logic button and
Yeah, I'm going to hit the logic button and it's going to solve,
yeah,
and
it's
that's going to be great.
Okay, all things.
So yeah. Little bit of a mess at the beginning, but I think it kind of shows that you should just keep trying. If it doesn't quite work out, keep messing with the puzzle and you'll get to something.
Great. So this is a great demonstration of how you can preserve the look that if you have an idea that you start where you're like, I want the puzzle to look thematic in some way, you can draw that in and then basically try to solve it for the implications and then work from there on like, what is it that's going to propel this puzzle forward?
Yeah.
So cool. Well, thank you for the demonstration,
thanks.
Rockrat, and thank you for setting a couple puzzles for adventure.
Just a few. Yeah.
Yeah. Great. And talk to you later.
Yeah. See you later.